Hey guys, in this video I'm going to tell you the sentences used while speaking English to ask permissions. So I'll give different scenarios and the types of questions you need to ask to get permissions. So kindly watch the full video. So before that, kindly try to understand this particular concept. So for asking a permission in a formal manner, you need to use shall or may. And for making polite requests, you need to use would or could. To ask permissions in an informal way, you need to use can. So can is used for asking permissions in more informal way, and in this case shall is more formal than may. And the things you need to remember is that you can use only we or I with shall. For example, shall we, shall I, like that. Only we and I can be used with shall. And another criteria while using may is that you cannot use you with may. You cannot use may you. It is wrong. You can only use I with may I. That is right. And you cannot use shall with he, she or they. So remember these points before getting into the concept. So here is the first scenario where you want to ask permission if you want to enter inside or come inside. Whether it can be an office, a room, or it can be a classroom, etc. So how will you ask permission if you want to enter inside? So you need to ask, may I come in? Or shall I come in? May I come in? Shall I come in? So the next scenario is if you want to drink water. So how will you ask the permission if you want to drink water? So you need to ask, can I drink water? May I drink water? Or shall I drink water? So shall I drink water is a more formal way out of these three, and can I drink water is an informal way of asking. But in the informal way also you can request by asking, can I drink water please? Now how would you ask if you want water? So the above scenario was for drinking water, but now I'm going to teach you how to ask permission if you want water. Can I have a glass of water? May I have a glass of water? Shall I have a glass of water? Shall I have a glass of water? So this is a more formal way of asking for water if you want water. How would you make a polite request if you want water? Could you please give me a glass of water? Would you mind to give me a glass of water? Here, instead of to give, you can also use giving. So would you mind giving me a glass of water? So these both are correct. Now next scenario is, how would you ask permission if you want to ask a question to someone? So the questions are, can I ask a question? Or you could also ask it as, can I ask a question please? May I ask a question? Shall I ask a question? These are the main sentences used for asking questions. These two sentences are used for making polite requests. For example, could you please let me to ask a question? Would you mind if I ask a question? Shall I ask a question is a more formal way. May I ask a question is also a formal way of asking question. So this is how you ask permission if you want to ask a question to someone. Next scenario is, how will you ask permission if you need help or if you want help? So the help could be anything. like doing, writing, taking, cooking, making, preparing, cleaning, etc. Kindly remember something here, because while asking for help, you cannot use may or shall, because may and shall cannot be used with you. So how would you ask the help? Can you help me to do this, take this, cook this, make this, clean this? So anything. Can you help me to do this? Can you help me to take this? Could you please help me to do this? Could you please help me to write this? Could you please help me to clean this? Could you please help me to make this? Would you mind helping me to do this? Would you mind helping me to take this? Like that. So this is how you ask permission for getting a help. Next, how will you ask permission if you need to borrow something, or if you want to borrow something? Can I borrow your pen? Or can I borrow your pen please? May I borrow your pen? So this is a formal way. Shall I borrow your pen? This is a more formal way. Shall I borrow your pen? Could you please lend me your pen? This is a polite request. It can be a pen, an eraser, a pencil, a scale, a handbag, a bag, anything. Can I borrow your scale? Shall I borrow your book? Etc. Next, how will you ask permission if you want to answer a question? Can I answer the question? So it is an informal way. Can I answer the question please? So it is also an informal way, but with a polite requesting manner. May I answer the question? So it is a formal way of asking. Shall I answer the question? It is even more formal way. Could you please let me to answer the question? Would you mind if I answer the question? So these are the ways how you ask permission if you want to answer a question. Next case is, if you want to ask permission to meet someone, then you need to ask, can we meet tomorrow? Can we meet tomorrow? And in this case, you cannot use may, because may can't be used with we. So how do you ask it in a formal way? Shall we meet tomorrow? Next, how will you ask permission if you want to go away from a place or to go from a place? Can I leave now? So this is an informal way of asking. Can I leave now? May I leave now? Shall I leave now? In these both cases, it is a formal way of asking. Finally, how will you ask permission if you want to go out with your friends? Can I go out with my friends? Or you can ask, can I go out with my friends please? May I go out with my friends? Shall I go out with my friends? Could you please let me to go out with my friends? Could you please let me to go out with my friends? Would you mind if I go out with my friends? So these are the ways to ask permission if you want to go out with your friends. Now tell me in the comment section, how will you ask permission to open the door? Thank you. Subscribe my channel, like and share my video.